take a card, say the Joker. Now, in order to truly make sure that we've lost it, we've gotta like take this deck of cards and act like a getaway card. So we gotta go all these different directions. I mean, I want everything to be lost. I want to make sure that nobody's even gonna think about this card anymore. I mean, who needs a Joker anyways, right? They give you 2 of them. Why is there an extra? Okay, I like the Jokers. But let's grab something else. We're gonna grab 2 Seekers. Oh good, okay. So we have a 6 and an 8. So they're gonna be after this card. They're gonna be looking all over the place for it, right? And obviously I can't say where it is. I sent them in though, and I think they're gonna do a pretty great job. Check it out. So, oh, all right. And, oh, they found it. So there's the Joker. Essentially, you have your double. And what I do is I put a little pressure right on basically the forefinger here, but just kind of holding my fingers there, so it's gonna kind of bubble the double up, bubble the double. And then I pop it and I pull it down just slightly. Basically slide it down, tip it over, and then because it's offset, I'm gonna push up and let my fingers keep it straight. And that way I can grab it. So it feels very much like I have a lot of control over this double. Flip it back over. So in this case, we would be using the Joker as the double. So let me get the gross cards that always bubble up because of the moisture on my sweaty hands. Okay, so the Joker, I'm gonna place it in the center. So obviously it's totally lost. I have no idea where it's at. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the 3 different cuts. So the first one is the Sibyl Variation. So this one's gonna be pretty normal Sibyl material. You know what? I'll put the Joker face up, so that way it's easier to follow. So I'll do the split, 3-way split, dropping the bottom packet into the left hand, twisting, grabbing, like you do for a Sibyl, pulling around. I kind of pull it up and sort of like leave it against my forefinger here. And that way these fingers can come over and grab that and pull it. Come back down, grab it with the middle finger and the thumb on the left hand. So then I'm gonna put into revolution position by pushing the right side of the card here against my forefinger and then leaving it there. So then this packet's gonna come back, get dropped right back into the thumb slot, and then pinky's gonna come up, grab that card. Okay, so it's dropping it for the revolution, so it's the bottommost packet. You can see the Joker there. Cut underneath, and then you're just gonna drop this left-hand packet in between these two, holding on to that back packet there between the forefinger and the rest of the fingers. And then it's just going to come up underneath. And then you basically just slip it right back on top. So that's the first. So let's do that a couple more times, of course. There's a lot of information going on there. Okay, breaking, dropping, and then turning, grabbing. Okay, so then grabbing this packet, for the Revolution, I use the forefinger a lot to be able to get a lot better range too. So just be aware the forefinger is, I sometimes forget about it, but it is an important tool in this move. Because you gotta line up fingers, let that middle finger go, and then you can slide your ring finger, transfer this packet to the thumb, releasing, like being able to pull that forefinger down on the left hand. And then dropping this packet back onto the thumb, so that way you can come around, sandwich this packet between those two, pulling this one around and dropping it all together. Okay, so a little bit faster. Okay, doing the Sibyl. And because it's so chaotic, no one's gonna be able to really track all that much that's going on. There's just so much information being written. It just looks like there's packets everywhere. It's like, there's too many packets. There's more packets than there should be. So there we go, we have it back on top. Now I do a cut because I like to break up between the fancy flourishes and the cuts. Right here, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. Sometimes I add a flourish, slower this time. So you do a swing cut, grabbing it. I like to grab it like this so I can just drop it into the mechanics grip. Then I break, do another swing cut, and position the packet with the bottom side here, and then grab it with the ring finger. Taking this packet and sliding it out. Okay. Swing cut, another swing, load the packet on, thumb, and then it's kind of 3 motions. So you pull it out and then contact that, and then this position, perfect for just dropping it like that. So swing cut, load, pull, pull, and the flip is like this, between the ring finger and the thumb on the right hand. I use these as kind of a stop in order to get it to not fly out of my hand. So I just tip it and then drop it like that. Makes me feel a little fancy, because it's like most people do, you know, they do the one cut, the Charlier, maybe the Revolution, you know, the basic cuts. So having 3 packets just sort of feels like that extra level of fancy. So then that's the second cut. So you do the Sibyl, then you do the 3 packet cut. And then the last one is gonna be, it's my take on Madonna 2 because I couldn't do Madonna 2. So I wanted to do, it's sort of like Madonna not 2, this. Like, I love how much happens, but then the top is just untouched. So this one's going to be grabbed like this, so your pinky fingers grabbing onto that bottom packet, and then the thumb, instead of pulling it out like on the 3 packet cut, you're gonna swing it out and kind of like tilt it a little bit to get up to the top. So rotating it around, you're gonna drop this bottom packet and then lever this back up. Not a whole lot's really happening. You're just dropping a packet, and both times you do it, you're going just like that. My left hand doesn't really move all that much. It's really the right one doing it. It's moving the packet down and moving it around. Okay, so drop that bottom packet, rotate back, break, the same sequence. You're grabbing this bottom packet, pulling this one out and just letting it drop onto there. And then from here, you're rotating this right hand and putting this packet just there. So just tilt the hand down and just set it there. I kind of regret not having more cards because this is not going to be a very good fan. Okay, so we have a decent packet at least. You're going to do the one-handed fan. This one you're going to do a revolution. So the revolution, I hold it like this. So I would normally start like this. Drop the packet, half of it if possible, and bring my forefinger down and kind of push it down to the bottom half of the card-ish. So that way I can hold it like this. So both packets are being held. I'm sort of flexing a little bit with my forefinger and thumb. So I bring my hand over, and you'll notice it's like I have all this free space down here. It meets the thumb, and then it kind of just takes. The thumb swings back and pushes this a little bit as the pinky rotates, and then it's supported by the pinky, or the ring finger rotates and the pinky comes and supports it, and then I kind of lever these packets up together and just drop that forefinger out. So you don't want to close it though. You're going to be doing the revolution, and then with the one-handed fan, you just slide it in and drop it against. It holds really nicely against the thumb right there. This is the easiest move, and it looks the hardest. It looks the most complicated. You just rotate it, and it'll just kind of drop. It's just physics, which is really nice. You don't have to do all the extra work. And then for a flourish, I like to close the fan up and then just rotate it. So I had revolution, drop it, drop it. And then the last part of the routine, where you have 2 random cards. I just do a basic load, so I just have break under those top 3 cards, grab the double, and then I just close it, do a swing cut, and then the card's already loaded in. So that's that routine.